Welcome to another edition of MIW. Good morning, got the D-Man here, and I am glad you could join me today. And the topic today is a continuing topic of bad boys who smash more. Yeah, we used to call them players in my day. I think they're called chads. We also call them jerks. Whatever you call them, they seem to get the girls. And why is that? Why is that they get the girls? I mean, you would think, wouldn't you, that if you were a nice guy and you treat a girl good, bring her flowers, well, forget the bring her flowers, but let's just say you treat her well. I mean, surely she would want to be with you. She would desire to be with a nice guy like that, wouldn't she? I mean, they would even tell you, a girl would even tell you that's what she wants. Most girls. But that's not really what she's attracted to, nor is that what she wants. She may think she wants that, but she doesn't. What you have to remember is most girls don't know what they want. They think they know what they want, but they don't know what they want. And then when they get what they want, you hear the line, when you give them what they want, you hear something like this. Well, honey, I need some space. It's not you, it's me. Or how about this one? I love you, but I'm just not in love with you. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ad infinitum. These statements could go on indefinitely. They have, it's almost like a script. They have these different things they say. And you know why they're so convincing? Because they're true. They have no idea why they lost attraction for you. And for them, it's as disappointing for them as it is for you. They don't understand why they don't want to be with you. They thought you were the one. And you were, until you started being soft and not being the person that she was attracted to initially. And I think we've all done that. We all meet a girl and things are going well and we just kind of get comfortable. And she wants us to stay home and not go bowling with the boys or not go out with your friends and hang out on the weekend and party or whatever it is you did when you met her. These were the things that made you who you were. And you start spending more time with her, and in your logical mind you think, well, yeah, I won't go out with my friends tonight and party, or I won't go skiing this weekend, or I won't go to the mastermind meeting because she wants me to stay with her. She wants to go to a show. Logically, these things make sense to a man. You think that if you give her what she wants, that she will be more attracted to you. But the reverse is true. Contrary to what you believe, it doesn't work that way. Now let's look at the bad boy. He meets a girl, she's like on fire for him, just like she was for you when you first met her. But he does his own thing. She wants him to come over, and maybe he says, yeah, I'll be over at 7. He shows up at 9 or 10 or 11 when he gets done with everything else he wanted to do. He does all that before he goes and spends time with her. He is what you would call selfish, but selfish in a good way, because she looks at this man thinking, she gets pissed off at him, she gets angry at him, but yet her attraction builds for him because he doesn't put her first. He puts his needs, his desires ahead of hers. And thus, in her reptilian brain, she knows if she's with this man, she will survive because he is a survivor. He is going to survive. If you think 50 or 60 years of women's liberation is going to change the reptilian brain, which has taken eons to evolve to what it is now, you're wrong. The things that attract women are not the things that you think will attract them. How many times have you heard or seen a couple where the woman just treats the guy like, or the man just treats the woman like crap, and she stays with him? I can think of an example right now. I know a man who's, he's an official, I'll put it that way. And this guy, for years, he's got a beautiful wife. She's like 65 now, okay? But she's still good looking. I mean, it's rare that I see a girl that's that old that I think is attractive, but this woman is still attractive. She has been married to him for, I don't know, 40 or 50 years. He's still involved in the government. This guy gets in fights, or he used to. He's had women, and it wasn't just 3 years ago I talked to a girl that I knew, and he was inviting her over to have a threesome with his wife. So, and he's running around on this woman. But this has been going on for years. But yet she stays with this man. First off, he has power. He apparently is still doing his own thing. And he can have other women. This guy's probably, he may be 65. He's not attractive. He's been in a lot of fights. He looks like maybe, I think he had a car accident where his face got kind of smashed a little bit. But yet this guy gets women. He's what you would call a jerk or an alpha male. He's a bad boy. He's always been a bad boy. I've had dealings with him in the past. Not favorable, but we have a good relationship today. I mean, me and this gentleman. But in the past, I had several conflicts with him. At least one I can remember, maybe two. But the point being, this guy is the typical bad boy. And I'll guarantee you, he smashes more than the nice guy who's married, been married for 40 years, and his wife might give him obligatory sex once in a while. And he, of course, is not out running around with other women. He may be sitting around watching porn, fantasizing about these girls that he looks at on the internet screen. But he's not having the passionate sex that he would like to have, which he had when he was married, when his woman wanted him. So there are a lot of advantages to being the bad boy who smashes more. You don't have to be an extreme jerk, but you have to put yourself first. Now, that is contrary to what people say, oh, you're selfish. But if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't value yourself and put your needs above your woman's, she will lose attraction for you. Now, that doesn't mean you don't provide her with a home, but you provide yourself with a home. You provide yourself with a car. This is if you're together, if you're married, if she's living with you. But it's almost like she always has to know that if something happens to her, that you're going to be okay. Because if you have kids, or if she wants to have kids with you, she's got to know that you're going to be able to take care of those kids. You won't fall apart if she dies or if she leaves you or whatever. She has to know that you're a strong enough man that no matter what happens to her, you will survive. And the bad boy portrays this perfectly, as opposed to the beta male provider, the needy type guy. She doesn't know if he can make it without her. She is not attracted to that. So there are so many traits of being a bad boy that can attract women to you. There's a good book by Robert Glover, I think, but it's No More Mr. Nice Guy. I suggest you read that book because being a nice guy with women doesn't work. Now, sometimes people take that as you got to be a jerk, you got to be the a-hole, but that's not what really. You don't have to be an extreme jerk. You just have to put your mission, your purpose first, and yourself first. The Romans used to say, and I said this before, that a woman was just treated a little bit better than a slave. I know that sounds derogatory in our times today, but there's some really good logic in that. As I said, women don't know what attracts them to men. So you have to be the man that a woman's attracted to, even after you're married, even after you're in a relationship. I would say more so after you're married, or more so after you're in a LTR, long-term relationship. It's vitally important, unless you want to end up getting zeroed out, for the guy who just got out of jail, who's got an ankle bracelet on and he's not working. That happened to me once. It's like she said, you're a good husband and a good father, but I just can't live this kind of life. So she ran off with that guy. He was exciting, he was dramatic, he was selfish, he took care of himself, and she probably felt safer with him than she did with me. I know that doesn't make any sense, but women are emotional. They don't think logically like you and I. That doesn't mean they're less than. It just means they're different. We each have our own characteristics, men and women. So I hope this has been of help to you. Share it with a friend. Smash that like button. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, leave a comment in the comments section. Have a great day.